Hello everyone, welcome to What If Issei Was Betrayed by Everyone and Becomes John Wick Movie. Before we start, please go support El Guardian Infinito for writing that awesome fanfic. This is the translated version I made. There will be some mistake in character's gender, but of course Issei is a male. Have you ever suffered betrayal? Well, I have. I saved them from Kokabial, Beast of the Apocalypse, that hitch of Rias, from her marriage to Razor Phoenix, and this is how they repaid me. They changed me for that Walter. My parents forgot me. They took my last name from me and gave it to him. The only one who didn't betray me was made Draig Fem, but they took her from me. I don't care what I should or what I will do, but I will get her back. It doesn't matter what methods I have to use, but what is. If they interfere with me, I will kill them. I will kill them all. Chapter 1: The Betrayal. Narrator POV. On a cliff, Hayate Issei was lying on the ground, bleeding and dying. Most would ask why this was happening to him. After a year since he defeated the Trihexa beast, he should be celebrating with his harem and friends. But that wasn't the case, and to find out what happened, we'll have to go back 3 hours. Flashback 3 hours before. In the park. Issei, hey Mei, I think you're going to like this information. In your mind? Mei, Draig Fem, what's going on, love? Issei, well, I think I found a way to get you out of the sacred gear. Mei, really? Excited. Issei, sure, I'll just need some things from my house. Mei, so what are we waiting for? Let's go, I want to go out so we can have lots of little dragons. Issei, okay, but don't get crazy. Mei, hold on, because the dragon mating season is also approaching. Flirty tone. Issei, Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Already arriving at the house. Issei, well, let's enter carefully so the girls don't get upset. Mei, honey, I feel another demonic energy, worried. Issei, surely a relative. Narrator POV. Upon entering the house, only silence was heard, and as Issei advanced, something was heard in our protagonist's room, like moans or groans. Issei, what's going on? Mei, honey, let's go. It's not worth finding out. How about we go to the fair or? Issei approaches the door and listens. Behind the door. Rias, well, Walter, I didn't know you did it, so good. Aquino, don't take over the laugh. Kaneko, that's right, you must share it. Irina, please Walter, I'll go next. Zenobia, you are better than that good for nothing pervert. Issei. Gabriel, please Walter, don't touch there. With Issei. He was devastated, tears were flowing from them and falling to the ground. Mei, honey. Issei, why Mei, after everything I did, this is how they pay me, whispering. Mei, honey, you still have me encouraging him. Issei, thanks. Mei, let's go far away. He runs away, but a chain stops him by the neck. Issei, ugh, what the hell is going on? Faction leaders appear. Sir Shay, hello. Issei, seriously. Issei, what the hell is wrong with you? Annoyed. Azazel, what happens is that you are no longer useful to us, my friend. Cold in that last part. Michael, we'll give it to Draig, to him, boy Walter, he's a high-class devil, and he'll also be better than you. 2 hours later. Issei is seen beaten, burned and without an arm. Rias, Walter will be a better husband than you, damn trash. Walter, calm down, handsome, I'll take good care of them. Issei, I'll kill them all. Kiba, let's throw out the trash now. End of flashback. Then a van arrives and a man who many people know gets out. Winston, what happened to you, boy? Agent, sir, what do we do with him? Winston, let's take it to the mainland. Agent, understood. Hayate Issei no longer exists. I am now John Wick. Narrator POV. With the traitors. After 2 years of what happened, everything was normal, or so they thought. The yokai, Greek, Egyptian, Olympic and elf factions found out about Issei's betrayal, and wanted to declare war, but they didn't because they thought he wouldn't have wanted that, and they only broke the alliance. Sir Shay tried to persuade them not to do it. But he couldn't and resigned himself. With the girls, they married Walter, and 3 months after what happened, they became pregnant. With Issei. 2 weeks passed, and he was just waking up, and when he did, he realized he was in a hotel room. He got up and put on a robe that he saw, but suddenly the door would open and he saw Winston. Winston, hey boy, I see you're finally awake. Issei, yes, what happened? Winston, take it easy kid, I'll answer your questions if you answer mine, okay? Issei, okay. Winston, first you're in the Continental, a hotel, but inside it's a society that's in charge of killing anyone who deserves it. Issei, okay, I guess I'd have to talk, right? Winston nods. Issei, do you know the supernatural or believe in it? Winston, yes, we know about the existence of demons, Yakase, among others, but what does that have to do with? Issei, I am the former Red Dragon Emperor. They betrayed me and tried to kill me, and then this happened. Winston, okay kid, I believe you, so what do you plan to do? Issei, I don't care what I'll do, I swore and I'll kill everyone to get my friend and fiancé back. Winston, well if that's the case I have a proposition for you. Issei, which one? Winston, how about I train you? Issei, sorry but what's the trick? Winston, you will become an assassin and serve the Continental, me, and the higher order, and when you wish to retire you will have to give me 15 gold coins and kill 100 excommunicados, is that clear? Issei, how? Winston, we have a lot to talk about, but what do you say, do you accept? Issei, I'll do it for her. Winston, I know I shouldn't care, but who's the lucky one? Issei, her name is May, the Red Emperor. Winston, well if you want to make this new life, you will have to use another name. Issei, okay, now I'll be called John Wick. Winston, okay Jonathan, it's time for your training. POV John. After that, 5 years passed. During that time I trained, learned different languages, head-to-toe weapon style, hand-to-hand combat, different martial arts and learned how to use anything as a weapon, and now I was known as John Wick, the Bogeyman, the Baba Yaga, or the emissary of death, and I still have one goal. To look for my beloved and then have a family with her. If necessary I will die and look for a way to return from death. I will do it, whatever the cost. Narrator POV. And surely you think what would have happened to the traitors. Random reader, never, let those hitches burn, let them rot, they are a bunch of pee. The author keeps quiet. Narrator POV. Shut up, this is my story. As I was saying, it was 2 years after Issei's death. Flashback. Wedding of the Hitches sorry, from Issei's ex-harem, they had gotten married and then, months passed, a year and 2 months after the betrayal, and each had a child by Walter. Those who don't know, their ex-harem by Issei is Aquino, Kaneko, Rias, Irina, Gabriel, Zenobia. And then when they turned 1 year old, a meeting was held to celebrate. Meeting. Walter, I would like to make an announcement, please. Everyone pays attention. Walter, thank you. Well, I want to tell you that. Thank you for being so stupid and conceited. Everyone is confused. Zeoticus, what do you mean? Angry. Walter, what do I mean? Mocking tone. Well, you trusted a stranger who gave his life to you, and just so you know, I'm one of the survivors of the Chaos Brigade. Ha 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 ha. The girls began to cry. Gabriel and Irina's wings turned dark, making it known that they had fallen. Venelana, damn it. Inko, Issei's mother, damn you made me lose my son, crying and angry. Walter, but did I do something? No, I just had to be nice to the girls, attentive to Issei's parents, and make myself look responsible and more mature than Issei so that the leaders would notice me. But I'm leaving, see you later, ha 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 ha. Disappears in a magic circle. Michael, what have we done? End of flashback. Narrator POV. After that, they went into despair. The girls, Irina, Zenobia and Kaneko, killed their children. Aquino, Gabriel and Rias gave them up for adoption, and every night they spent crying. Present. Winston, do you know what I called you, Jonathan? John, to tell you the truth, no. Winston, The faction leaders want to come and ask for protection from us. John, who specifically? Winston, all of them, but more angels, fallen demons, the others like yokai, Asgardians, Olympians and Greeks, only come to see the hotel. John, okay, when are they coming? Winston, in an hour. John, okay, I'll finish the mission and come back. Winston, Jonathan. John turned around. Winston, do what you do best. John, and it is? Winston, hunt. John just turned and walked away. What happened to the other 3 children? Narrator POV. Maybe some people are wondering, what happened to Aquino, Rias, and Gabriel's children? Well, this happened. After the 3 women left them in an orphanage, the children grew up to be 4 years old, but they didn't like how they were treated in the orphanage, and they also saw the other children leaving with their new families, full of joy, while they became sad. One day this happened. Flashback. The trio of children were playing. Diana, Gabriel's daughter. Kevin, Aquino's son. Layla, daughter of Rias. Diana, hey, what do you want to do? Layla, how about we play hide and seek? Kevin, okay. Layla tells and the other 2 start to hide. Kevin goes almost to the main door, but sees that it will open and sees the teacher, the owner of the orphanage, next to Aquino. He hides and just listens. Aquino, and how has the child been? Cold. Teacher, your son Kevin is fine, but… Aquino, he's not my son, he's just trash that should never have existed. Teacher, I know what Mr. Walter did, but little Kevin was not to blame for his father's actions. Aquino, I don't care, what about the other brats? Teacher, Layla, Rias's daughter, is fine, as is Diana, Gabriel's daughter, but she doesn't answer my question, what is she doing here? Aquino, easy, I just wanted. With Kevin. Layla and Diana arrive. Layla, what are you doing, Kevin? Kevin, that lady is my mom. Diana, but how? Kevin, just listen. Back with the adults. Teacher, so you just come to check if they are still here? Aquino, exactly, they don't deserve to have a family, and they sent me to see. Teacher, but they need the love of a family, Miss Aquino. Aquino, because of you, ours was destroyed, and now they will never have it, that's for sure. Well, either I'm leaving and you better not tell anyone about what happened, otherwise we'll make sure you don't. Teacher, don't worry, I won't say anything. Aquino is leaving. With the children. They were crying, they knew for a fact that they had mothers, but they abandoned them, and they decided to escape from the orphanage and decided to live in the human world. They lived in an abandoned building, and their gray hair it was made of cardboard, and they looked for food in the trash of restaurants. And they decided not to return or associate with the supernatural. The mission. After John left Winston's office, he went to the hotel manager. John, hello Sharon. Sharon, hello, good morning Mr. Wick. John, what's in inventory? Sharon, a mobster named James, wants you to annihilate Tatalia, an extortionist and child seller. John, and what did he do? Sharon, he kidnapped his 17-year-old daughter. Her name is Valentina. They set a trap and kidnapped her. He is giving $1 billion. Why kill him, and bring his daughter back alive and well? John, okay. I have withdrawals. In an unknown place. 3 children and a young woman were found chained. Calm down, kids, you'll see that my dad will send someone to rescue us. Come on, Kevin, Diana, Layla, don't lose hope. Diana, but Valentina, there are too many. Valentina, I have an idea of who they can send. Author's note, the children are there because they were kidnapped. Back with John. John, tell me, what do you know, Marcus? Marcus, well, it's 12 kilometers away. Where they are, there are a couple of killers, fierce, but not compared to you, he. John, do you have my package? Marcus, your car is outside, and it has all kinds of weapons, Glock 17, P90, grenade launchers. John, thanks. Marcus gives him the 3 gold coins. Marcus, it was a pleasure, my friend. John walks out of his house and heads outside the house and sees his car. John, thanks Marcus. He gets in the car and drives to his destination. With Winston. Winston, okay Sharon, where are our guests? Sharon, they will arrive just now. The leaders enter, Sir Shay, Michael, Azazel, Zuz, R.A., the Gremry entourage, Citri and Issei's ex-harem. Sir Shay, you are Winston? Winston, yes, I am the owner of the Continental. Sir Shay, well, I think you know what we're talking about, right? Winston, yes, follow me. In his office. Winston, well, tell me, what do you want? Sir Shay, we know what's going on here, and we want to ask for your help. Winston, from what I understand, the Chaos Brigade has cornered them, right? Azazel, how do you know that? Winston, they tried to threaten us 2 weeks ago, that if we don't work for them, they will annihilate us. Gabriel, and what happened? Winston, 50 members of the Chaos Brigade, they took them away in bags. Zeoticus, and how many were there? Winston, 1. Venelana, is that impossible? Winston, do you know, or have you heard of John Wick? Azazel, the bogeyman. Aquino, the one who killed 3 people in a bar, with just a pencil. Winston, the same. Sir Shay, he was? Winston, sit down and have a drink, we have a lot to talk about. With John. John, well here they are, there must be more than 50 he, that's going to be fun. He enters the establishment, and a boy attacks him and the action begins. After that, he started to go to the room where they were locked up, he opened the door and there they were, the children and Valentina. Valentina, you're late. John, it's a pleasure breaks the chains and them? Valentina, take them with us, you carry the girls and I'll carry the boy. John carries them close your eyes please. The children do as instructed, and John and Valentina walk through the bodies until they reach the car. At James's mansion. The children stayed in the car. James, thank you very much Mr. Wick, your money will be sent immediately. Would you like your wounds treated? Respectfully. John, I'm fine, I'm leaving. Valentina, take care of those children, they have no one. John, I'll see what to do. John walks away and heads to the car. Diana, excuse me sir, shy. John, what's going on? Gentle. Diana, where is it taking us? John, are they homeless? Kevin, we don't have a family, our moms hate us. John, and who are they? Layla, mine is called Rias, Rias Gremry. Kevin, I'm supposedly Aquino's son. Diana, and I of the Seraph Gabriel. John gets serious and is surprised. John, when we get to the hotel, we'll talk while you rest. Finding out the truth. Narrator POV. After John saved Valentina and the children, he headed back to the hotel. When he returned, he told the children to follow him and at the reception he found Sharon. Sharon, Mr. Wick, your mission is overseas the children and who are they? John, I need information about, well, my previous life. I think you should already have an idea. Sharon, or understood. John, I want you to bathe them and give them new clothes, and feed them, it seems they haven't eaten anything in several days. Sharon, understood, follow me children. The children just stared at Sharon, somewhat shy and distrustful, then John approached the children. John, don't worry, it won't hurt them, and I guess they must be a little hungry. The stomach of the 3 growls. John and Sharon give a little giggle. John, don't worry, he is someone you can trust and if you come with me, no one will hurt you giving them a smile that conveyed confidence. The children just give a smile and nod. John, okay, go with it. Sharon, come on, hold hands, or by the way, Mr. Wick, Mr. Winston is waiting for you in his office. John, okay, but you can't tell him that I'm going to rest for an hour. Sharon, okay, I'll let him know. John heads to his room. Winston's office. Winston, well, how much are they offering to protect you and to whom? Sir Shay, to my sister's entourage and that of Sona Citri, 2 million. Winston, and who do you want to protect you? Sir Issei, I want it to be John Wick. Winston stops halfway through a glass of vodka. I'm sorry, who? Sir Issei, the man with the bag. Winston, two things. One, the price will double, if they want it, and two, he has to accept or not. Zeoticus, but if you are his boss, he must accept. Winston, he's absolutely right, but he has a history with the supernatural. Aquino, but we never met him. Winston, maybe, but they know him by another name. Rias, and it is? Winston, I don't have to say that. In John's room. He was sitting while the doctor stitched his wounds. Doctor, so those children belong to your ex-lovers, right? John, yes. Doctor, and what will you do with them? John, I need information about what happened and what happened to the children. The door opens and the children enter with Sharon. Sharon, here they are, Mr. Wick. In a moment, they will bring the children's food. Would you like something? John, breaded chicken breast, with salad, spaghetti with meatballs and a bottle of lemon water. It just happened to me, don't kill me. Sharon, they'll bring it to you in a moment, I'm leaving. He leaves. John, take a seat, children. The children sit on the sofa. Diana, how are you, Mr. Wick? John, better than other days, but fine. Diana, do you want me to cure him? John, and how? Diana, I have the power of healing, and I also want to pay you for what you have done for us. John, it's not necessary. Doctor, he picked me up, he leaves. Diana is coming. Diana, please, I insist with tearful eyes. John sighs, okay. Diana puts her hand on John's shoulder, and John's body begins to glow. After a few minutes, the light disperses and you can see that John's wounds and scars have disappeared. John, thank you, and now, I need you to answer some questions for me, okay? The children nod. John, well, first of all, why aren't they with their mothers? Children bow their heads. Kevin, we don't have mothers. Tears start to run down his cheeks. John, how is that? Layla, previously we were in an orphanage, then a couple of weeks ago, we found out that we did have a mother, but they gave up on us because we were the children of a traitor, and we heard ugly things that they said to us. She burst into tears. John, surprised, and what happened next? Kevin, we escaped from the orphanage and lived in the human world, and we lived in an abandoned building, and we tried to survive. John, I'm sorry about that, and do you know or have you ever heard of Issei? Kevin, yes, the hero of all factions, and betrayed by the leaders. What do the questions have to do with that? John, it's because I'm Issei. Diana, that's impossible, he died because they tortured him to death. John, yes, it's true that they tortured me, but someone helped me, and now I am what I am. But anyway, what happened after that? Diana, what we know is that the alliance was broken. The Egyptian, Greek, yokai and Asgardian factions broke ties with the angels, the fallen and the demonic, after learning of his death. John, okay. The cooks come in and put the food on the table. John, I have to see Winston. You guys stay, you can watch TV if you want. Layla, thank you, Mr. Wick. John, tell me. Issei. He goes to Winston's office. Arriving at the office, he opens the doors and enters. Winston, looks like things went well for you. Did everything go well? John, the usual. Winston, well then. Zeus and Yasaka. Issei? John, we have to settle some matters. Unpleasant encounter. Zeus and Yasaka. Issei? John, we have to settle some matters. Yasaka, really? Is it really you? Starting to cry. John, that's right, Yasaka, it's me. Yasaka throws herself at him, and he hugs her back. Zeus, son of a hitch, you're still alive. John, I miss you too, old man. The girls recognized him and went to hug him, but John pulled out a gun and pointed it at them. John, don't move another inch. Sir Issei, is it really you? John, Hayate Issei no longer exists, he died in that place. I am John Wick. Azazel, boy, how have you been? He approaches. Jan, last warning. We hear the sound of the gun, the click. Azazel stepped back in some fear. Anubis, you are a difficult person to kill. Issei, what can I say? Ha ha ha, I'm glad to see you. Rias, Issei, is it really you? Still not believing it. Johan ignores her. Rias, my dear Issei is back. She runs to hug him. John moves, dropping the rivers. John, I said my name is John Wick seriously. Aquino, but Issei, we miss you crying. John, that's not what they told me the last time we met. Kaneko, senior I. John, do you have any idea what I suffered? Angry. The ex-harem is left alone watching him along with the angels, fallen ones and demons. John, you lied to me. I was willing to give my life to see you happy, and what do I get from you? Girls just cry. John, you tricked me, you took Draig from me and then you threw me away like vile trash, and you the ex-parents did everything to make you feel proud of me, and you only changed me for Asia, pointing the gun at them about to pull the trigger. Winston, Jonathan, calm down, you're in the Continental and you know what will happen if you break the rules. John sighs and puts away the gun. Now that's what they want. Zuz, from what these scumbags told us, the traitors, the Chaos Brigade has returned. John, and what happened to the great Walter? Mocking tone. Zed, Ag turned out to be a survivor of the Chaos Brigade. John, ha ha ha, after all it backfired on them. Sir Shay, I mean John, we need you to come back and be the pillar of the factions. John, and what do I get in return? Azazel, well, you will marry the girls and you will have your titles and territories again. John, ha 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 ha, what a good joke. I won't marry some hitches, besides, they're already married, right? Gabriel, what do you mean, John? John, they still have their engagement rings from Walter, but anyway, what's your job, Winston? Winston, we were discussing that, they want you to protect Rias Gremory and Sona Citri's entourage. John, I won't do it, determined. Winston, well, addressing the leaders, as you can see, Jonathan is not going to be and. Toffee, boy, on behalf of the Asgardian, Olympian, Dragonic, Egyptian, Elven and Greek factions, we require your services. John, what should I do, and how much will they pay? GR, we need your help to stop the Chaos Brigade. Winston, and what do they offer? GR, whatever you ask us for money, apart from the fact that you will have our support in whatever you want, and the opportunity to kill Walter to save her. John understood what he meant by saving her. John, I accept you, Winston? Winston, the cost will be $8 million. Zuz, R.A., Odin, GR, Shiva, Toffee nod. Winston, okay, do you have any idea where they might be? Anubis, according to my informant, they told me that this Rise of him is in a mansion, along with several members. Walter must be there. John, alright, let the hunt begin. Remembering the past. This was requested by a reader, so here it is. This is going to be after Walter's betrayal, so let's get started. Days after the betrayal of Issei. Rias, honey, what are you going to do now? Walter, I have a lot to plan, our wedding, training, and one or two other things. Aquino, don't you want us to help you? Seductive tone. Walter, you know I would love to, but I want to go train alone, you know, to clear my mind. Irina, okay, but be careful. After that, Walter left in a magic circle and the girls went to the underworld to plan everything. With Walter. You've worked very well, Walter, and no one has discovered you, right? Walter, kneeling, of course not, my lord, they are so stupid that they believed me at first, ha ha ha. Very well, I want you to be with them a little longer, you know, to prepare the plans and well, get ready, smiles macabrely. Walter, of course, Rise of him. Rise of him, and the Red Dragon Emperor? Walter, that stupid lizard hasn't spoken since Haida Issei's death, but I won't have any problems taking away some of his power, so there's nothing to worry about. Rise of him, well done, now go, I don't want them to hear our plans, keep me informed. Walter, yes, my lord, he leaves in a magic circle. Narrator POV. After that, 3 months passed, and the girls knew they were pregnant, but one day several members of the Alliance arrived at Sir Shay Castle. Sir Shay office. Sir Shay thinking, how I wish there were no paperwork. At that moment the door opens violently, seeing Zeus, Hades, possessed, Ra, Horus, Anubis, Odin, Great Red and Ophis. Issei, what the hell? What the hell is wrong with them? Zeus, silence. Anubis, you do not have the right to speak in front of our presence. Issei, but what did we do? Ophis, and you still pretend you don't know. We know about the betrayal of Issei. Issei, so what? Walter is better than that student. Ra gives a blow to Issei. Ra, they killed a good-hearted young man, and exchanged him for a damn arrogant man worse than Razor. Toffee, elf queen from today until the end of time, the Greek, Egyptian, Elven, Asgardian and Dragon factions break the alliance with the angels, fallen angels and demons. Issei, you can't do this, Exalted. Odin, of course we can. Issei, but what's happening? Walter will prove that he is better than Issei. Come on, don't do this to us, trying to make those present reconsider. Horus, but of course not, this is our last word. None of you are welcome, only your inhabitants, since as far as we know, they know nothing. See you later, Furious. The presents leave. Sir, damn it, hits the table. Narrator POV. After that, everything happened. Normally, the girls had already had their children and were happy. Azazel, Michael and Issei were discussing about the alliance and decided not to say anything, because they thought if Walter proved to be better than Issei, they would return. Then it happened that everyone found out that Walter was a survivor of the Chaos Brigade, and everything went down. The inhabitants of the three factions found out about everything and asked for their leaders to be dismissed, which could not be heard by order of the council, but they never trusted them again. And the girls? Well, they couldn't stand it. Here the children would be about 5 months old. Zenobia, Irina and Kuroka had killed their children because it reminded them of the mistake they had made. Zenobia had decapitated him with her sword. Irina had poisoned her with her bottle. Kuroka had given it to the dogs. Rias, Aquino and Gabriel sent them to be adopted. Rias and Aquino didn't want him because he reminded them of the mistake they made and wanted those children to be Issei's. Gabriel gave him up for adoption because, out of principle and because his heart, you see, thought that his father God was not going to forgive him. But they would do everything possible to make their children's lives miserable. The hunt begins. Previously. Winston, and what do they offer? Whatever you ask us for money, apart from the fact that you will have our support in whatever you want, and the opportunity to kill Walter to save her. John understood what he meant by saving her. John, I accept you, Winston? Winston, the cost will be $8 million. Zeus, Ra, Odin, Shiva, Toffee nod. Winston, okay, do you have any idea where they might be? Anubis, according to my informant, they told me that this Rise of him is in a mansion, along with several members. Walter must be there. John, alright, let the hunt begin. At the moment. Winston, okay Jonathan, go get ready, it's going to be an interesting night. John, with nothing else to do, leaves. The traders wanted to talk to him, but the others didn't allow it. John came to his room and saw the children still eating, but as if they had not eaten in days. John, hello kids, smiling. The three, hello. John, is the food delicious? Layla, it's delicious. John started eating with them. After meals. John, all right kids, pay attention. The children stopped doing their things and listened to him. John, all right, well, where do you plan to go? Diana, we have nowhere to go, get sad. Kevin, please Mr. Issei, adopt us, hugs him tightly. Layla, yes, you are the first one who treats us well. John, but... Diana, please, we promise not to do anything bad, we will behave. John just watched them and felt sorry for them, thinking that if he left them on the street they would suffer again, and he made a decision. John, okay, they will stay under my care. The children hug him and cry with happiness. John, but they will know that I am a murderer. It is okay with you. I will not order you if you do not want. Layla, in the peak time we have been with you, we have realized that you are better than anyone and... Kevin, We know that you will give us the masters that we have not had in years. John put on a smile. John, I have work to do. A driver will take you to my house. Choose your room, there are many. The children nod. John leaves his room heading to the weapons store, but he runs into Yasaka and Big Red. Gr/Yasaka. Hello John, nervous smile. John, hello Miss Yasaka, Miss Big Red. Okay, that sounded weird, V. Gr, please tell me Lisbeth. John, very well, what do you need? Yasaka, we came to tell you and give you our support, if you wanted something in particular. John, no, there's everything in this place, weapons, armor, and pencils. Both are confused. Yasaka, what do you mean by pencils? John, you should ask Winston about the stories they tell about me in this place. Lisbeth, well, we also came to ask you if gets nervous. John, yes? Lisbeth, after your mission, you wanted a date with us, very red in the face. John, I'll take that into account, see you. He goes to various places to prepare everything for the night. With Winston and the leaders. Winston, let the game begin. The leaders saw this with a sphere made of magic. Seeing everything he did, the Hitches saw him with a blush and some regret for what they did, and the good ones, that is, those who did not betray him, paid attention to what was going to happen. The Baba Yaga. He heads to various places to prepare everything for the night. With Winston and the leaders. Winston, let the game begin. The leaders saw this with a sphere made of magic. Seeing everything he did, the Hitches saw him with a blush and some regret for what they did, and the good ones, that is, those who did not betray him, paid attention to what was going to happen. Present. Narrator's POV. John was at the doors of the catacombs. When he entered, he began to look closely at the place and began to hide the weapons he had to use. Inside the mansion. Rise of him, and tell me, Walter, do you already have full control of the booster gear? Walter, no my lord, this stupid dragon doesn't want to cooperate. Rise of him, well, if he continues to resist, we will have to take his leader by force. Go to the castle, Kateria will assign you your mission. Walter, and you? Rise of him, being the leader is also tiring, I will stay, but I will have someone to watch my back, now go. John, he was on the roof and had heard what the two of them were talking about. John thought, it seems that Draig does not accept him as a carried, and he said, I think he still does not know that she is a woman. What an idiot. Finish the mission, starts to enter the house. Rise of him, I need a bathroom. He reaches the bathroom, but a dozen demons follow him. I don't need your help here, go take care of the building, and two of you stay here at the door. He closes the door and puts a signal so that nothing can be heard. Jan, wow, Rise of him, you saved me the trouble of putting on a silencer. Rise of him turns around and sees John. Rise of him, I guess it was just a matter of time, right? John, it seems so. He shoots him in the legs. Rise of him falls to the floor. Rise of him, damn you, I'll kill you, damn you. John, calm down, I'll finish quickly. Points at his head. Rise of him, and you don't want to know where Walter is, Issei. John, how did you know? Rise of him, too easy. When we went to the mainland, I saw you and felt your aura. It was you, but I didn't reveal it for this occasion. He tries to hit him, but John stops him and kicks him, sending him to the library. Clarifications: the bathroom is next to a library, and John kicked it out the window, and the man is still there so that no one can hear them. Rise of him wipes the blood from his mouth. Then why didn't you kill me that time? Issei takes out a knife from his suit and tries to attack him. Issei grabs a book and covers it. Issei, why did he want information about that stupid Walter? Rise of him keeps attacking him until he nails John in the shoulder. John, Gura. John takes it from him and wrestles with him until he manages to take the knife away. Both begin to wrestle for a moment. Rise of him grabs him by the hair. Rise of him, don't you know that you are supposed to remain silent in a library? He stamps it on some books until he throws it to the ground. John, shit. He gets up, but Rise of him kicks him and knocks him to the ground. John hits him in the private parts and starts punching him until he grabs him by the hair. John, this is ruining my life. He hits him until he hits him in the neck and puts the book in his mouth. Jan, this is because of you. Those hitches made life hell for 3 innocent souls. He hits him as Ryzovin crashes into the bookcase he is leaning on, and then grabs him by the head again to take him to a nearby table and puts the book on the table standing up and then Ryzovim's neck. John, and this for her. He gives him a blow that breaks Ryzovim's neck, killing him. Just focus on the bucking that John gives him. On the Continental. Everyone present was shocked by what they saw, but Winston just gave a smile. Winston, this time you really outdid yourself, Jonathan. Cersei, how can you say that? Angry. Winston, he just does his job, here on the mainland, it doesn't matter how, you just have to finish the mission. Zed, ha ha ha, this guy is really amazing. Toffee, wow, his way of fighting is extraordinary. Horace, even wounded he continues to fight. With John. The signal had disappeared and a demon entered, but he saw the broken window and immediately notified everyone else. John, damn, the element of surprise is already ruined. He starts running and goes through a small museum-like room of paintings and statues, and several fallen angels start coming out. John enters the catacombs. Problem with the foxes. John enters the catacombs and the massacre begins. 4:30. Narrator POV. After that setback, John headed to the hotel, where he was greeted by the hitches. Rias, Issei, are you okay? She said it worriedly. Kaneko, senpai. Jan, get out of my sight. Akino, hey Issei, you've been a bad boy to us, so. John pulls out his gun. John, I still have one more chance, do you want to be next? Akino steps back. Sharon, Mr. Wick, so fast? John, you know how I am, is the doctor there? Sharon, I've never heard of it not being found. Narrator POV. After 2 hours, John was feeling better, and was called by Winston. On the terrace. Winston, hi Jonathan, how did it go? Jan, the same as always. Winston, did you get any information or anything? Jan, throws a USB. Ryzovim had it in his clothes. It is information about his bases of operations and maps of various places. Winston, well done Jonathan, take the day off, you earned it. Jan, he retreats but is hit by. Lisbeth, sorry John. John, yes? Yasaka, do you think we can go to dinner now? Jan, sure, first I have to go home to take care of a little matter if you don't mind, but do you want to come with me? Yasaka and Lisbeth, of course. At John's house. Yasaka, what a nice house, getting out of the car. Lisbeth, yes. Jan, okay, come in, opening the door. Layla, Mr. Wick hugs him. Jan, hello little one, what are you doing? Layla, we're watching TV, if you don't mind. John, of course not. Yasaka, wait, you're Rias's daughter. Jan, I know what you'll say, but if it does anything to you, even though you're my acquaintances, he pulls out his gun, I think you know what I'll do. Lisbeth, don't worry, we won't do anything, we're just surprised that you're still alive. Layla, big red scared. Lisbeth, tell me Lisbeth, little one, and don't worry, we won't hurt you, we were both against your mistreatment since you were not to blame for some of the things that happened. Layla, well, thank you, that makes us feel better. Jan, okay, I'll leave you, I'm going to change. Kevin, Mr. Wick, where are you going? Jan, we're going to a restaurant, do you want to go? Children, yes. Jan, well, go take a shower and change your clothes. Children, yes sir, military style. Lisbeth, hee. Jan, I'll be down in 10 minutes. Hit dogs BV style time jump. At the restaurant. Waiter, Mr. Wick, table for one? Jan, not this time, it will be for 6, 3 adults, and 3 children. Waiter, right away please follow me. Already on the table. Jan, while they bring us dinner, tell me how things have been after what happened. Yasaka, sighs, well, a lot of things happened. After what happened to you, everything was fine with them, and well, it turned out that Walter was a member of the Chaos Brigade, and well, after that, the apocalypse broke out, and well, The girls whispering in Johan's ear killed their children. John, really? Incredulous. Lisbeth, yes, the other three, Aquino, Rias and Gabriel, did not have the courage to kill those children, so they sent them to the orphanage. Johan, that explains a lot of things. Diana, Mr. Wick? Johan, what's up, babe? Diana, we can go there, pointing. Johan turned around and saw that it was a children's room. Johan, just don't cause any damage, okay? Kevin and Layla, yes. Yasaka, sorry John, but what are you going to do with them? Johan, they will remain in my custody. I will protect them. Lisbeth, that's very noble of you. Johan, thanks. Diana, The three of them turn around and see Diana being pulled by the hair by Rias. Flashback. With the hitches. Rias, we must get Issei back. Aquino, yes, he has become quite handsome in these years. Gabriel, we must get it back. Zenobia, yes, but... Irina, I know where they are going. Rias, how do you know? Irina, I followed them to their house. It seems that they are going to the restaurant in the city. Kuroka, yes, I will finally be able to see the father of my future kittens. Rias, okay, let's go. At the restaurant. The foxes watched as Johan entered the restaurant with Lisbeth and Yasaka, followed by Kuroka. How the hell are those brats with Issei? Rias, this time I'm going to kill them. They all entered the restaurant. Waiter, can I help you? Gabriel, yes, John Wick's table? Waiter, table 4 eaten. The girls passed by, but Kuroka, Irina and Gabriel saw the boys playing with others. Kuroka, I'll wipe that smile off your face. Irina, bastards. Rias, I'll take care of it. Rias walks straight to where the children are and sees Diana nearby and grabs her by the hair. Rias, it's your end, you damn brat. Diana, End of flashback. Johan turns to look at the waiters and signals them to get everyone to leave. Waiter, in a loud voice, we ask everyone to please leave. Don't worry, today the food is free, so please leave immediately, please. People only saw Johan watching the scene, and like the devil was after them, everyone left, including the waiters. Johan, what do you think you're doing, cold? Real account settlement. People only saw Johan watching the scene, and like the devil was after them, everyone left, including the waiters. Johan, what do you think you're doing, cold? Rias, calm down, love, I'm just getting rid of the trash. Johan walks towards Rias. She thought she was going to kiss him, but no, instead he took the girl and hit Rias hard, sending her crashing into the wall. Johan takes the children and takes them to Yasaka and Lisbeth. Yasaka, how? Johan, they only took Draig from me. Remember that my body was made from Opha's blood and Liz's flesh, so I trained. That's why I still have dragonic power, and that's why I'm very agile. Lisbeth, that explains a lot. Johan, take the kids home. Yasaka, and what will you do? Johan, I'm going to get rid of some stress. One question, if I take care of them, will I have any problems? Lisbeth, not really, since they are not wanted in the underworld. And they are also causing trouble in the human world, and you will also have our support in supporting you. Johan, that puts a smile on my face, take the kids. Yasaka and Lisbeth, yes. The two leave with the children. Irina, Issei, what's wrong? Aquino, why didn't you let us kill those pests? Johan doesn't say anything, but approaches a table. Kuroka, don't you see that they interfere with our love? Johan, now angry, grabs the table and throws it so that he can get a gun out of it. Johan, I will kill them all, shoots Aquino in the chest near the heart. Rias, Aquino. Aquino, Issei, cough, coughing blood, sorry. Johan, my name is Johan Wick, and this is Kevin. He shoots him again, but directly in the heart, killing him. Zenobia jumps and throws him, causing him to drop the gun and fall somewhat far away. Zenobia, Johan, calm down. Johan starts to move until he is on top of her, hitting her. Kuroka, enough, Issei. The power hits Johan full on, and he runs off to the kitchen. Johan takes a couple of knives and puts them away. Irina is going to help him with Zenobia. Irina, Johan, are you okay? John gets up. Johan starts hitting her, causing her to fall in pain. She tries to get up, but Johan takes out his knives and starts to bury them. Zenobia tries to help her, but Johan throws one at her leg. Irina tries to heal herself as best she can, but Johan ends up stabbing her with the other knives, one in the chest, another in the heart, and another in the head. Badly wounded, Zenobia launches herself with her sword to try to hurt John. Zenobia, enough, Issei, you're not like that, didn't you love us? With tears in her eyes. Johan, somewhat tired, the Issei that you knew was killed by yourselves. I don't feel anything for you. Zenobia corners him against the wall with Durandai. Zenobia, but I love you. Johan, but I don't. He regains strength and takes Zenobia and takes out a pencil and puts it on the wall, and slams Zenobia against the wall, jamming the pencil in her throat. Zenobia, but Graf spits blood. I'm sorry. Johan lets go of her so that Zenobia's inserted body falls to the ground dead. Gabriel, no. They all throw powers, Gabriel a spear of light, Kuroka his whatever her name is, and Rias his leader of destruction, but Johan uses a psychic power to stop everything. Johan creates an air explosion. John, more or less like that. Causing everyone to hit their heads, leaving Gabriel and Kuroka unconscious and Risa stunned and with several broken bones. Johan, they shouldn't have gotten involved with me loading his gun. Rias, why? John, why what? Rias, why do you protect those pests? They are the children of that wretched Walter. Why? I love you. I suffered a lot when I found out what Walter did. And I've been trying to find you for a long time. Johan, I'll just tell you this, Gremory. Those children were not to blame for their parents' actions. Rias, but... Johan shouts Rias in head. I am the danger. John, calling on the phone. Hello, Charlie? Charlie, yes, I say? John, hello, good afternoon. I would like to hire a cleaning service. Che, in whose name? John, on behalf of John Wick. Charlie, oh Mr. Wick, nice to meet you, understood. Where will it be? Johan, at the candy restaurant. Charlie, we'll be there in a moment, we won't be long. John, yes, okay. I also want to say that there are 2 unconscious people. Take them to the mainland. Okay, I'll wait. 20 minutes later. There is a knock on the door of the restaurant, and John opens it. Charlie, Mr. Wick. John, come in, giving them access to enter. Charlie, where are the bodies going? John, call the mainland and they will tell you, giving him 3 gold coins. Charlie, understood. Narrator POV. After the little reckoning, he decided to go home, where the children and Yasaka and Lisbeth were waiting. Yasaka, are you okay? Worried. John, yeah, I just had some pending accounts with them. Sees the children. Kids, pick a room and go to sleep, okay? The children just listen to him and go up the stairs. Lisbeth, and what will you do? Well, you know, you killed the girls, and well, maybe you will have problems with Azazel, Sir Shay and Michael. John, they are just insects, and besides, they caused a scandal in a restaurant, where there were a lot of people, and well, it was due to important matters, don't you believe it? Lisbeth and Yasaka with some doubt, but they nod. The next morning. They were all sitting at the table having breakfast. John, okay kids, I'll enroll you in school, so you can get an education. Diana, really? John, yes, I will go to the elementary school later and register them. Yasaka, John? John, yes? Lisbeth, how about we go register them while you're gone? John, what do you say, kids? Kevin, Mr. Wick, but I want to be a killer like you. John, are you sure what you're talking about? Layla, I too. John, okay, but if you want to be one, you will have to study. Right now, enjoy your childhood. When you are a little older, then you will begin your training. Layla and Kevin, forks. Yasaka, and you, Diana, what do you want to be? Diana, doctor. Lisbeth, okay, and John's phone rings. Ryan, ring. What affects Papu BV? Phone call. John, yes? This is John. Winston, Jonathan, I'm Winston. I need your presence, as there are matters to resolve. John, oh, I understand, I'll be right there. End of call. John, I have to go, getting up from his chair. Yasaka, so then, can we take them to register them? John looks at the children. Diana, Kevin and Layla nod. John, I'm leaving then. Diana, bye Dad. John stops dead in his tracks, and turns to look at the girl. Diana, sorry. John just gives a smile and walks away. He jumped in time, hit dog style. Continental. Winston's office. John enters the office. John, you wanted to see me? Winston, I don't, but they do. From one moment to the next, John is thrown by Sir Issei, who begins to hit him while they roll around the room. Sir Issei, you are a bastard. John just gives a push that throws Sir Issei into a nearby wall as he stands up. John, may I know why that is? Sir Issei wants to rush to hit him, but is stopped by Azazel and Michael. Sir Issei, you miserable thing, still have the nerve to say that you killed my sister, Aquino, Zenobia, and Irina. John, and so what? Michael, thanks for not killing Gabriel John. John, I did it because I focused more on the red-haired fox, because otherwise I would have also suffered the same fate as her. Sir Issei, why? Cold. John, why what? Sir Issei, why did you kill her? She loved you, she did everything she could to find you to ask for your forgiveness. John, understand something, I would never have forgiven him, betrayal cannot be forgiven. Sir Issei, he's a bucking heartless guy, increasing his aura to try to intimidate him, but nothing, why aren't you afraid? John, that's very simple to answer, Mao Lucifer, I'm not afraid of him because I am afraid. Sir Issei, you know that if you threaten me you put your life at risk. Serious and cold voice. John, I'm not in danger, Sir Issei. He turns around, showing a face as cold as ice. More or less like that. John, I am the danger. With a terrifying aura. John, and if that's all, I'm leaving, turning around but is stopped. Office, wait, we have something that was sent specifically for you. John, and who was he and what is he? Office, it's a CD with a recording, I'll send it to you, Walter. A deceptive deal. John, and if that's all, I'm leaving, turning around but is stopped. Office, wait, we have something that was sent specifically for you. John, and who was he and what is he? Office, it's a CD with a recording, I'll send it to you, Walter. John, give it to me. Office gives him the disc. Zed, wait John, we need to know what's inside, maybe it could be something related to Draig. John puts the disc in the DVD. The video begins. Video. Walter, are you recording already? X, yes sir. Walter, understood, well cough, no need for introductions because I assume everyone knows, I'll get straight to the point, the trihexa seal is about to break, thanks to this showing the booster gear. This is of no use to me anymore, so I propose a deal, John Wick, or better known as Haida Issei. Walter, I will return Draig to you, but first you will do me a service. I will send you an amount of $2 billion, just because you go to where I am, and cut your throat in front of me. Crazy smile. Everyone except Winston and John tensed. Walter, but if you bring the facts, I will take away all of his remaining power, even to the point of killing him. John just clenches his fists. Walter, it's your choice, John, live or die, make your choice, Issei. The video turns off. Azazel, well then what? The video turns on again. Walter, and another thing, you have 24 hours, the money will be sent in 22. Time is running out, John, time is running out, ha 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 ha. DVD turns off. Winston, Jonathan, that's clearly a trap, what are you going to do? John, I need time. Azazel, what nonsense, they are about to release the trihexa and you worry about stupid dragon. John, Winston? Winston, sighs, do it, I'm fed up with it. Azazel, what do you think you are? John. Azazel's body falls to the ground. John, I need to go out, I'll be back soon. POV John. After I left the mainland, I went to a park and sat down. I was thinking about everything that happened in my life, my previous life as Issei. POV John. I imagined maybe a perfect and peaceful life, maybe with Lisbeth and Yasaka included, me like Kunu's father. But now what will I do? Time jump. John's house. John had just arrived, and was greeted by the children, Lisbeth, Yasaka and a young girl, resembling Yasaka. Children, duh. John, hello kids, what are you doing? Diana, we're playing tag, do you want to play? John, no thanks, but I need to talk to them. It's a somewhat delicate adult topic. Kevin, okay, but. John, yes, if you can watch the TV in the room. The children left their shadow made of smoke, giving John a smile. Yasaka, we already knew about the video. John, yes, and tell me, Yasaka, who is the damsel? You forgot me so quickly, Pa? John recognized the voice. John, wow, little Kunu has grown up, gives her a hug. Years have passed. Kunu, I miss you. Lisbeth, well, everything is nice and all, but what are you going to do? You can't kill him since he is surrounded and protected in the castle from the Chaos Brigade. John, I don't know, and if I do, I'll die anyway, I'm on the ropes. Yasaka, sighs hee. It's funny, before you were the great Red Emperor Hayate Issei, someone cute, kind, somewhat perverted but always willing to protect those you love, and now, you are John Wick, a merciless killer. How you changed, John hee, but still you are still the same, the one who is always kind. John came up with an idea. Lisbeth, Issei, or rather John, what do you have in mind? John, if you want John Wick dead, we'll give you what you want. The three women are confused. Kunu, what is your plan? John. Revenge has a name. Narrator POV. Time was up, and we found ourselves at the meeting point that Walter had set, who was standing there, waiting. After 10 minutes, John Wick arrived. Walter, you're late. John, believe me, if it's to get my partner back, I would come as quickly as possible, but traffic doesn't respect. Walter, just look at you, the great ex-Red Emperor, the pillar of the factions, the great Hayate Issei, the Apay Dragon. What did you end up with? Ha. John, let's get this over with quickly. Walter, what's wrong, Issei? Are you uncomfortable with me being with you? Don't you like talking to someone who took away everything you wanted? Who destroyed your future? With a smile. John, what do you think? Starting to take out a pencil. Walter, I know you're strong, but remember showing the booster gear. If you do anything, I'll kill him, so drop the pencil. John throws it. Walter, good boy, before I see you kill yourself, hee, would you like one last request? John stares him straight in the eyes. John, I want to say goodbye to Draig. Walter, okay, showing the booster gear. John, no, not like that, I want you to give it to me, to say a final goodbye. Walter, whatever, anyway, you're just a human. Draig has almost absorbed all of his power, so it doesn't matter. A green sphere emerges from Walter's body and enters John's chest. Walter, you have 5 minutes, otherwise I'll kill you. John just agreed, closing his eyes to enter his mind. In John's mind. John, May runs around the place. May, where are you? I'm here. John turns around, and from the shadows comes a very beautiful red-haired girl. John approaches slowly. John, May, is that you? He caresses her cheek. May, yes, it's me. She throws herself at him to hug him and give him a tender kiss. More or less like that. May, crying, you don't know how much I'll miss you, and then finally you're here. John, and you are more beautiful than ever. May, you're not far behind, ha. Those years suit you well, you look older than me, haha. John, don't make fun, hee. May, be you but cries, you will die. John, yes and no. May, what do you mean? John, go to Lisbeth, and she will tell you what to do. May, who is Lisbeth? John, it's Big Red or Big Red. May, so he finally declared his love for you, eh? Mischievous smile, well, you better. John, I'm going to stop you there because apart from the fact that we're running out of time, I saved my first time for you. May blushes at what was said. John, now go with her. I will give you what I have left of power to send you to her. May, be careful. John, it won't take me long. Out of John's mind. Walter, time's up. John, okay, takes out a knife and puts it to his neck. Walter, goodbye Issei or John Wick. Psychopathic smile with a hint of mockery. John, si vis pacem, para bellum. Walter, what? In a quick movement, John gathers what power he has left to make an energy cannon, launching a green sphere May very far away. Walter, what is a diet really has no power anymore. Psychopathic smile. John, I know, cuts his throat and starts bleeding. Walter just watched with a smile from ear to ear. Walter, I'll see you in hell. John Wick. Narrator POV. After a few minutes, John's lifeless body could be seen, while Walter only came for the victory. Walter, ha 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 ha, win-win. I wouldn't say that. Walter, huh? He turns around just to mitigate a blow that sends him into some rocks. It's time for you and me to settle accounts. Walter doesn't see and is surprised. How the hell is that possible? If I just saw you die, you damn bastard. Surprised? Issei Wick final. Walter, huh? He turns around just to mitigate a blow that sends him into some rocks. It's time for you and me to settle accounts. Walter doesn't see and is surprised. How the hell is that possible? If I just saw you die, you damn bastard. Surprised. Do you really think I didn't have a plan? Walter, damn, you create several spears. You won't do it. He shoots several times, hitting the legs and arms. Walter, falls to the ground in great pain. What was that? Hhhhger. They are blessed bullets. I am always cautious. Walter, how the hell are you here? Ha! Hours before. John, if you want John Wick dead, we'll give you what you want. The three women are confused. Kunu, what is your plan? John, okay, Lisbeth, can you call Office? Lisbeth, somewhat confused, okay. Half an hour later. Office, did you call me John? John, yes, I have a loaf of bread and I need all four, okay. Office, tell me, what do you need? John, I want you to create another body for me, please. I know I'm asking too much, but if it's to save May, it's necessary. Lisbeth, okay, we will do it, but... John, do I owe you a date? Office, yes. John sighs, okay. Lisbeth, okay, we'll have it in an hour when it's ready. Your Yasaka and Kunu will share their power. Yasaka and Kunu, okay/yes. Lisbeth, but what exactly will you do? John, easy, get it over with. Office, what do you mean? John, I'll have to kill myself if I want May to live. That's why when I die, my soul will come to this body, with the power I have, so that it will be as fast as possible. After that, I will kill that jerk. Kunu, why do you think it's going to work? John, I know. Yasaka, and what will happen to John Wick? John, I'll say that more in the future. I have to go. I should have prepared myself. 20 minutes later. On the Continental. Winston's office. John, Winston, seriously. Winston, you know what? After all the torture, hard training, and scolding, I can only say one thing: I'm very proud of you. John listens. Winston, ever since I found you there, ever since you became the Baba Yaga, I have always seen you with a son for me. If you are thinking of replacing your life with hers, I will not stop you, but if you survive. John, yes? Winston, you're going back to work, understand? Serious and cold. John, ha ha ha, okay. He backs off and opens the door to let us in. Winston, see you later. Present. Well, I had a plan, and well, from what I saw I was right. Shoots him in the stomach. Walter, Well, anything to say? Walter, die damn John, bastard. Issei, my name is Issei. Issei Wick shoots him in the head, killing him. Issei, finally I'm at peace. May, you're right, we can finally rest easy. Issei, yes. May, and what will you do now? Issei, I'll stay on the mainland and well, I'm young again, maybe we could have that family we dreamed of. May, yes. Issei, let's go. Narrator POV. After that, Issei went to the mainland to tell all the leaders of the news that he had finished off all the plans of the Chaos Brigade, and now that there was peace and that he had fulfilled his objective, only one thing was missing. Half a year later. Park. Note, Issei, according to a ritual, managed to make it possible for him to be free. May was watching the children playing and Issei arrived with a bouquet of flowers. Issei, hi May, what's wrong? May, I want a family, that's what I want. I want the destiny that was ours to fulfill. I want to be happy with the man I love, hugging him. Issei, how strange, why is that what I want? May, huh? Issei gets up to get on his knees. I know it's early, but I want to do it, May. Will you marry me, taking out an engagement ring? May just cried, but not from sadness but from happiness. May, I accept. Issei, thanks, but May, wiping away tears, calm down. I know that Lisbeth and Yasaka will be members of the harem, but they will be the only ones. Issei, calm down. POV Issei. I know that my life was not entirely happy and it was complicated, but I always found a light, something to keep alive for, and I am happy. I will only tell you one thing: fulfill your dreams because you don't know when they will come true. See you later. Sincerely, Issei Wick. Epilogue. Several years later. Narrator POV. After everything that happened, many things happened. Issei married Lisbeth and Yasaka. Issei became a father of 19 children. Why, well, Yasaka had 3 girls and 3 boys. Lisbeth had 1 girl and 3 boys. May had 5 girls and 4 boys. With Issei, Serafal, Michael and Gabriel were expelled from their facts, and were turned into humans. Issei got a job as a history teacher. Michael and Gabriel made their own restaurant. Serafal got a job as a secretary. Returning to Issei. After 3 years, he quit his job as an assassin on the mainland. Obviously, he did the job of killing 100 excommuniques and taking the 14 gold coins. Present. An adult is seen chasing a group of 6 children. Issei, come here, what's wrong with taking a bath? Child 1, let's split up. The group splits into 3 and goes to different places. Tired, Issei sits on the grass. Issei, why don't you help me maybe? May, it's so fun to watch them play, lies down on Issei's lap. Issei, and Lisbeth and Yasaka? May, they went shopping. Issei sighs. May, what are you thinking about? Issei, in everything that happened to me throughout my life, all the adventures I had and the one I have now. May, Issei, thank you for accepting me as your wife. Issei, and you are coming into my life. The two kiss each other. Hi Dad, I think I came at a bad time. Issei, Diana, how was work? Diana, 20 years old, yes, a little tiring, but I finished my shift. May, come my girl, sit with us. Diana sits next to them. What, is Dad trying to get my brothers to bathe? Issei, I don't know how you do it, Diana. They do listen to you. Diana, if you want, stay and take a break and I'll go bathe you. May, thanks darling. Issei, be very careful. Diana is leaving. Issei, so what do you think we should do? May, I don't know, you tell me, flirtatious. Issei, you're going to be like that, huh? He gets on top of May. May, are you going to punish me? Flirtatious. Issei, maybe. And, oh please. Issei and May turn to see Kevin, 21 years old. Why don't you get a room? Layla, please, in front of us, no. Issei, why don't you just leave? Kunu arrives. Kunu, oh. May, Issei, I'll go help. Diana leaves. Issei, how are things going on the mainland? Layla, the usual thing, killing the father. Kevin, make a mafia disappear. Layla and Kevin, you know the normal thing. Issei, I did train them well. Layla, many miss you. Kevin, yes, he always talks about you and your stories. Issei, Well, go get ready, reserve a place at the candy restaurant. Layla, and my brothers? Issei, they will come with us. Kevin, what? You don't remember what happened last time. Issei, yes, and I don't care, go get ready, I'll stay a little longer. Layla, okay Dad, don't be late. Issei, aren't you forgetting something? Kevin gives him a hug and Layla a kiss on the cheek. Kevin, don't be long Dad. POV Issei. After all, I was able to have the life I dreamed of, a family, and I only thank life for what it gave me seeing the stars hee. Lisbeth and Yasaka, we're here. Issei, thanks everyone for reading, see you soon.
Let me know in the comments below if you guys want the next part. Also check out my other video that has been shown and left. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video please like and share this video. And have a fantastic day. Bye.